Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Grab first letter from each part of a city department. In other words, we want the initials. Here we have Denver County. We're going to get DC. Town of Reno, TR. Chicago, CFD, so on and so forth. Here is the formula. Over here is the narrative. This is going to be a little bit of work. I'm going to give you the overview, and then I'm going to allow you to parse this information. I provided a quasi-semi breakdown of how this thing works, starting from right to left. I'm not going to cover it. I want you to do that. It's some homework for you. Here it is. You can use the text function to create initials from names or acronyms in the order to abbreviate text containing capital letters. Only uppercase characters will survive this formula. So the source text must contain only capitalized words. If necessary, you can use the proper function to capitalize words. Here's the formula: TEXTJOIN, if is number, match, code, etc., indirect, row, indirect. And you're going to see we have multiple indirects. We're going to have an if function, so we're going to do a logical test, if true, and then if false. The mid function is used to turn the name into a list of individual letters. Mid, as described here, the function mid, row, indirect, and when are used to convert a name to a list of letters. As described, the function used to convert a name to a list of letters. The mid function returns a list of each character in the text. The list is passed to the code function, which returns a list of ASCII numeric codes, one for each letter. Independently, row and indirect are used to generate another numeric list. Row indirect 6590. This represents the ASCII codes. The number 65 through 90 represent the AS codes for all capital letters from A to Z. List is passed as the lookup list to the match function, and the original list of AS2 codes, ASCII codes, is provided as the lookup value. The match function then returns either a number or NA. Since numbers represent capital letters, the number function and the if function are used to filter a result. Here we have the formula. TEXTJOIN is number. As I said, we have a logical test. Value of true, value of false. And false is basically just going to be the quotes. We have F9. See Denver County. Then our logical test, F9, is false, is true. And then it's going to, all it's looking for is caps. See here, because if you go back here, you're going to see this len and our code. You see this code here? Code here is looking for this 6590. Then it's just parsing this information. Down here, here's part one. This is going to be, here's the formula right here. Okay. And you're going to have row indirect right here representing, this is going to be the true. I just started parsing this thing down a little bit. I just add the mid function here, added the code, then went and grabbed row indirect. This is what the row 65 through 90. Just took the mid function, and this is what it's grabbing. And then from there, going right to left, code 68, and you can see what it did. It's identifying the codes here. We have the caps, and then we have all these other. All the others don't match this. You see this right here? The 65 to 90, and our caps are 68, 67. And anything else representative? No. It's not in that 65 to 90 requirement. And then you can see what happens here. We're going to put this into numbers, and you can see this 68 is 4. 67 is converted over to 3. 4 represents D and 3 represents C. The end result is DC. Tear it apart if you need to. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.